Welcome back to the program, everyone. Once again, we are very privileged to have Ajahn Supawan Green join us on the show. And Ajahn is a prolific author and a spiritual leader as well, sharing about her journey to Eureka and to Source. And today we're going to talk about an important topic that all of us may or may not be aware of in terms of illusions. Now, we talked a bit about Tom and Jerry. Actually, we talked quite a lot about them and about Tom being our true self, our inner self. While a lot of things outside of Tom, our true self, Jerry's, and much, much more are considered illusions. So today, we're going to look into that. What are these illusions and how can we resolve these illusions and escape from being disillusioned? So over to you, Ajahn.
Hello, Roslyn. It's always a pleasure to be here talking to you again. Okay.
Thank you.
The topic today is about illusion, which is another really big topic. Is one of the groundwork that I normally, converse to my students. Okay. As we talk a lot that we are living in the matrix world, but what exactly is the matrix? The matrix, in fact, it doesn't happen out here in the material world. The source is happen within our head, within our heart. Okay, which is once again is the part that we cannot see in the mirror. So I will later on use the illustration to help your audience to understand what's going on and how the matrix begin. But I want to make the connection with the previous topic that we have talked about in the past about the host mind and the visitors, the host mind and the guest. The host mind is the part that there is no Jerry involved, right? Okay.
Right.
Jerry is the visitor that come into our host mind. We got the mental self, and then we got the freedom. This is our original freedom, and this mental self or the consciousness. Okay, this consciousness in fact have the direct connection with source, the very beginning. Okay, direct connection with source, but we lost this direct connection with source. So this is the God's particle really, if source is God, the prime creator. And the part that take away our host mind is Jerry. Okay, so I like to remind your audience to have a look of that clip, and also different 4 types of Jerry. These are all connected. Okay, before you can understand, the concept of illusion better.
The video purpose is decluttering our mental room in a way.
Yeah. Okay. You will put the link. You can put the link in the subscription for them in the description. Sorry. Right. Let me put the share screen on. Okay, because there are lots of illustration here that once you have a look, you will understand clearer. Right, to understand illusion, it's best to talk about a phenomenon. Okay, whatever phenomenon that you see, let me put into this. Suppose what is it? A rainbow. Okay.
Yes.
A rainbow. We all know that a rainbow is an illusion, right? But in fact, illusion, it means that if there are factors that create that phenomena, if there are factors that create this phenomena, okay, once the factors are complete and in place, the phenomenon suddenly come into existence. And during the existence of the event, it appears to be very real, just like the
rainbow,
just like the rainbow. Because the rainbow is there because there are the factors of the water particle in the air, as well as the right angle of the sunshine, right? The right angle of the sunshine, the water particle in the air. These 2 factors create a phenomenon that we call the rainbow. But as soon as one factor gone missing, like the sunshine, go in back to the hill, go behind the cloud. Okay, the rainbow that really exists, moments ago, suddenly disappear into thin air, just like that. Okay, and this is the meaning of illusion. When the factors are complete, the phenomenon exist, and why they exist is very real. You got to try to understand this part, because I will connect with your Jerry later on. Okay, when these factors exist, the phenomenon, the elusive phenomenon, truly exists. But when the factors, disappear, the phenomenon just disappear. Okay, gone.
Yes.
And vanish in thin air. Okay, so once you can understand this, bubble is another example that you can easily see. When the phenomena, when the factors are there, the factor is the children, with the bubble, with the soapy water and the device that you can blow the bubble. And then these are all the factors that create this bubble floating. And when this bubble exist, they are real. You got to know that they are real, really real. You can touch it, but when you go to touch it, it changes the factor, and then you burst the bubble. So the bubble, vanish into thin air. Okay, so this is the meaning of illusion. So in this way, everything is illusion. The signature of illusion is that it's from nothing, something wells up, okay, into something, and it lasts for a while, and it disappears into nothing. Okay, the event can last for a stint of a moment, like bubbles or mirages, to 90 years like human being, to 300 years like trees. Okay, so before we were born, we didn't exist. Okay, and then there were the factor of, mom and dad, have the conception, and then got the rebirth consciousness entering the womb. Okay, creating this life form, this being, and then we live through our life for, say, the average of 60, 70 to 90, 100 years old, and then we just vanish into thin air. It's still a concept of illusion. Okay, like tree as well. So judging from this meaning, absolutely everything is an illusion. The Buddha called Maya. Maya is illusion, not real. Okay, so you follow this concept, right? Quite easy to follow. Okay, right. So now we are going to connect this concept of material illusion, okay, into something within now. Okay, as within, so without. We're trying to understand the universe within, and our inner universe. We cannot run away from Jerry. Okay, we cannot run away from Jerry. So Jerry represents our thoughts, memories, and feelings, just in case people don't know. Okay, so this life form, we got the body, and then we got the mind. Mind, I make it very clear that is made up of thoughts, memories, and feelings, which I round them up and call in just one word, Jerry, or you can call mind, and then which is separated, okay, from our consciousness element, which we call soul or spirit, or I call it a mental self, our inner self, which is also a true self. Okay, so mind and spirit. Okay, mind, Jerry, and this red part is our inner self, our consciousness, or Tom. So we got Tom and Jerry, okay, which is within. And this within, this nature, that this component, these 4 components within create our inner universe, which make life so complex, so complicated, and can cause havoc. Okay, right. So let's have a look. So these 3 things, thoughts, memories, and feelings, or Jerry, okay, they work together. So there are different types of Jerry, 4 types of Jerry that I have already talked about. Okay, yeah. So Jerry 3 in 1. Hang on. So So due to the master chef of Jerry, let's have a look of the master chef Jerry. Is this picture on the right? Okay, the master chef Jerry, that is what's it? You know, throw all the different ingredients to make a bowl of salads, this and that, this and that. So this Jerry has the ability to mobilize a whole army of Jerry, and sometimes with the combat boots, okay, to create the scene of matrix within a head and a heart. Okay, so let's have a look. So due to the master chef Jerry, whose function is to magnify, amplify, glorify, snowballing, okay, making a mountain out of a molehill. Okay, this is the characteristic of this master chef Jerry. We got to try to understand. Okay, Sankhara is mean builder. In Pali term, we call Sankhara. This Jerry, we call Sankhara. It mean builder, really. You know, amplify, glorify, you know, snowballing, make a mountain out of a molehill. A little molehill make to, you know, gigantic mountain. Okay, so metaphorically speaking, Jerry is a producer in a head, a director in a head, and the actor all in one in a head, okay, to create a film. So Jerry Factory then create an illusion in a head, in a heart. So when this elusive phenomena exists, it is very real, just like the rainbow, it is very real. So the elusive events create a wide range, okay, a wide spectrum of emotion, both positive and negative. It can be in a positive way, okay? So positive I represent with pink Jerry, white Jerry, or clear Jerry. It can be positive, or it can be very negative, okay? So from smile to euphoria, from stress to anxiety to depression, breakdown, and suicide. And these are all the artistic work of Jerry in being a producer, a director, and an actor all in one, 3 in 1. Okay, you follow so far?
Yes.
Okay, so this image just to show you the Jerry Factory, this is creating or building, okay, the matrix world within a head and a heart. Okay, by work together in tandem with the memory Jerry. So the memory Jerry is the component whose function is just to store information, store data information, whereas the Sankhara Jerry, the master chef Jerry, draw that information, plus tap in with its own distinctive characteristic in, you know, magnifying, glorifying, snowballing, make a little molehill into a ginormous mountain, that kind of thing in, okay, master chef Jerry. Okay, so this is what happened. So this is what happened. So this picture, I quite like it. And this is what happened within a head. We got this Jerry, the director, the producer, the actor, you know, all in one, you know.
Screen. Yes.
In a head, making a film within a head. And don't forget this fact that when this phenomenon exist, they are very real. They are very real. Illusion is, we know that it's not real, but it is real while the factors still exist. Okay, don't forget that. It's very crucial, very important, because this part we are going to come to the solution later. The solution later. So this just for you to see that Jerry can create both, you know, the positive and the negative elusive world within, give us, you know, the excited moment, the happy moment, joyful and cheerful moment, all these things at the same time. If it's a dark Jerry, it can make you so angry, so sad, or so lonely and so broken, oh, so painful and so depressed, all the way to suicidal. Okay, these are all the artistic work of Jerry. Okay, the cause of suffering, don't forget, This is the second noble truth. Jerry is the second noble truth. That second noble truth is the cause of all suffering, all mental suffering, you know, in the world, among humanity. So let's see, making connection. So host mind is normality or sanity, peace, and stillness. Okay. Whereas Jerry mind, okay, the mind that infested by Jerry is abnormality, the spectrum of emotion from euphoria to suicide. Okay. And then illusion is not real. So when it's not real, it means it's abnormality, insanity, spectrum of emotion. Even though we feel good, euphoria, with excitement, you know, loving, all these things is good, but it's still insanity because it's within, okay, within this realm of Jerry. The pendulum is still swinging. It's just swinging to, you know, each side, that's all. Okay, the real sanity is the stillness. Okay, the real sanity is stillness. So therefore, illusion is a necessary bad. It can be positive. Okay, it can be positive. So we make it straight first. We make it really straight, because if you don't really know the state of true normality, which we already covered that, didn't we, Roslyn? We already covered that groundwork, you know, the true normality, the true sanity. If we don't know this state of true normality, we cannot carry on from there, isn't it? It's just like, it's like imagine a bowl of cotton that is all tangled up. The solution is to find the beginning of the end, the loose end. It doesn't matter whether the beginning of the end, find the loose end. From the loose end, you can, you know, easily untangle, you know, this bowl of cotton. Yeah.
Right. So, and also, if we're talking about science in like scientific terms, the host mind normality, or our true self, is like the control group. And the other things, the Jerrys, the illusions created by the Jerry producers, directors, they're the variables that come in and create.
That's very good. Yeah, yeah.
The uniqueness of that control group.
The control group. You got to have the standard point, right? The standard, you know, measurement for you to measure with. Otherwise, you don't know what is what. It's all in this way. Okay. So basically, the enlightenment of the Buddha and Christ, really, and Lao Tzu as well. What did he say, Lao Tzu? The first two verses: Tao has no name. Whatever that has name is not Tao. It means that the ultimate truth, no Jerry, has no name. Whatever that has name is not the truth. Okay, so this is the standard of measurement. The standard of measurement, sanity, the true sanity. Okay, before we can understand abnormality or insanity. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. So positive, let's have a look at the positive illusion first. The positive illusion is connect with all this joy, the pleasure, the fun, the excitement, all these things. Worldly happiness, satisfaction, success, excitement, thrill. Okay. Yeah, like the moment like this. I mean, you cannot see that this is illusion. But it's illusion in the sense that all this joyous moment, all this so loving moment of the baby and the mom, the mother, you know, we all know that it doesn't last long. That's why the older people, you know, like to tell the younger one, they said that make the most of it when it's there, when it lasts. When you have the young baby, just make the most of it, because all this, you know, innocence is not going to be there all the time. It's going to soon fade away, fade out. Okay, so therefore it is illusion. So from nothing, it wells up into something and then disappear into nothing again. Okay, so this is the positive illusion. It's a positive illusion. Okay, they enjoy it when the moment is there, and then it will soon go away. Yeah, when you get something that you want, oh, you won, 10 million or whatever, in the stock market. Oh wow. And then that 10 million, you go and spend this and that, and then it can just turn into nothing in no time at all. I used to read the story of those who won the lottery, and some of those stories just incredible, and some of them lost within a few years. And you talk about a couple hundred to 300 million euro, 2-3 million, 100 euro. I don't know how to spend even just 1 million, 1 million pound or 2 million pound, but they talk about 200-300 million euro. But they can just flash it like that in all sorts of ways. And one thing, what they say is that I wish I had my life before I won the lottery back.
Wow.
I wish I had that life before I won the lottery back. Because after the lottery, I lost my family, my marriage broke down. I was conned, I was this and that. Oh gosh, this is so break loose. Yeah, so this is a good, so can you see that this kind of thing is just so elusive, but people cannot see because it's just so real, isn't it? This success, I make it, they can't see. Yeah, all this is so elusive. You see, and especially all these nice moments, they don't last long at all. All this euphoria, you cannot be euphoria forever and ever, can you? No, but last some time, a stint of a moment, build up and then go home. That's it, gone. Yeah, and then you get used to it, and then you become bored, and then you got to find another challenge all the time like that. Yeah,
constant stimulation.
Yeah, and then soon you become a hamster on the wheel, keep on chasing after the rainbow. Yeah, that you cannot find it. Yeah, all this, especially the graduation day. You remember your graduation day, Rosalind?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, full of hope, of this and that. The world, especially if you have a really good speaker on the stage, your professor, teacher,
so inspired.
They're so inspiring, and then the world is under your feet now. Whatever that you want to do, you can do it. Until you go send your resume to find work. I'm sorry. What? 100 email? We still got no good answer. And then that, dawn on you that the reality is not like what you expect at all, is it? Yeah. So that's why I need to give all this reality, realistic picture to show people that to understand the real illusion that create within. So whatever that you think and reality is totally different. Always remember that. Always remember that. So now those are all the positive, okay? The positive illusion. Now let's have a look of the negative illusion. Negative illusion, talk about disappointment, discontentment, greed, anger, envy, fear, insecurity, confusion, sadness, loneliness, grief, worry, anxiety, depression, breakdown, suicide. Okay, yeah. Can you see this face? Yeah, you see this face? I mean, one is, yeah, I make it, and next minute, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? And you could see the pain within. You could see the pain within. I mean, that face is tell everything, isn't it? That stressful face. Yeah, this is dealing with the negative illusion within the head. And unfortunately, human is the only species that got such a wide spectrum of emotion. Yeah, look at the face of this girl. I'm not ready to be a mom. Oh gosh, what happened? Can you see how fearful it is? Can you see how frightened that is in that face? Oh my God, what I'm going to do? And then that time, you're totally dark. You're totally in the dark. You just don't know what to turn to. That's why people can top themselves, because they are so alone. And always remember that when these elusive phenomenon exist. They are very real. They are very real, and that reality, you know, penetrate through every living cell of your body, Yeah. Your children as well have the elusive, even babies. It's just to change the atmosphere. I don't know what this baby is thinking, huh? His face, his eye look really serious. Even
baby
a
looks
pet, even
older.
we got to try. Look at the eyes. Oh gosh, the eyes is the window to the soul.
It really is.
You know, the pets, especially dog, cats, all these things, you got to know that it's only their physical body that is different from us humans.
Yes.
Okay, but the Tom and Jerry are exactly the same, especially the soul. Especially the soul, the consciousness. Look at his eyes. Look at his eye. What are you going to do? Where are you going to take me? You know, all these things. You know,
What is it?
It's just exactly just like us. But the only barrier is that they cannot communicate with us. They cannot converse with us with the you know, language. They can only
Physical limitations.
Yeah. But to try to communicate through the eyes, through the, you know, bodily gesture, you know, come to hug you. My son's dog Yogi, although he's less than a year old at that time, but it grown so big. But his eye is still want the cuddle, you know. So he's just massive. But he put his face down. He just tried to push his face. They just want you to cuddle and kiss you like that. It just the emotion is just so human-like, very human-like. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
This isn't Yogi, right?
No, this Yogi. No, this is not Yogi. Yeah. You look at this. You look at girl in this stage. You know, the baby already come out and your husband leave you for someone else. Can you see how vulnerable that is? Can you see how frightened this girl has become? And you see the elusive world that happened in there. Now, bear in mind that Jerry, or spectrum of emotion, is illusion, hence abnormality. Okay, I keep on trying to remind you that that is, even Pink Jerry, it is abnormality. It's easier to see negative illusion as abnormality, isn't it? It's easier to see this, that this is abnormality, but it's much more difficult to see the positive Jerry as abnormality and insanity. Okay, so therefore, attachment to the positive illusion is a catch. It's a catch because once you attach, it's hard to let go and mental pain can set in. Can you see that? So this is a very good warning to people, because you cannot see that this is abnormality, because everyone love Pink Jerry, love White Jerry, right? And because all this really loving, you know, soothing, pacifying emotion, and then you just cling on, you just want it to cling on to that. Okay, and this is the catch that let you down later on, because once you get attached to this Pink Jerry, and this Pink Jerry got to what, subject to the law of change, it comes and then it got to go, and once it go, what happened? Oh, please come back, please come back. And this entire society, our civilization, is all based on chasing after Pink Jerry, chasing after Pink Jerry all along, turn us into the hamster on the wheel all the time. Okay, in Thailand we have a saying that "Rak look ya god." Can you understand that? Rak look is mean that if you love your children, don't hug them. It's a contradiction, you know, it's such a contradictory statement. What's that mean? This one have a very profound meaning. It doesn't mean that if you love your children, don't hug them physically. Physically, you hug them, tell them as much as you want to, that, you know, mommy love you, daddy love you, all these things, and hug them, give them a lots of, you know, love and hug. But don't hug them. It means that don't hug within your true self, your mental self. Don't hug. Okay, don't attach to these loving feelings. You got to spare your heart for the time when this thing will go. That's why รักลูกอย่ากอด You love your children, don't hug them. Within. And you understand? So
Yes.
within is a very profound meaning. Has a very
much.
Okay. Yeah. So elusive Jerry affects society as a whole.